ametlik keel on täna inglise keel, ma kasutan seda võimalust, et räägin kiiresti eesti keeles instruktsiooni. Nagu te nägite, selfid on lubatud, et kui Katrin Tõnisson Lastekirjanduse Keskusest on selle vestluse Lisa Aisatoga läbi viinud, siis saate kõik paluda oma Raamatus autogramme ja teha ka selfisid. Ja kõik on lubatud, aga siis kaks sellist märkust ka. Ma panen siia laua peale näituse reklaamilehekese, seda te võite võtta nii palju, kui seda on. Ja siis on siin üks postitute pakikene, et kui te hakkate autogramme küsima, siis palun kirjutage oma nimi sinna paberi peale, siis tal on lihtne teile pühenduse kirjutada. Aga nii, tere tulemast, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Today we have the rare honor of welcoming a woman who, at least for me, doesn't just draw pictures, but she draws emotions. From every image she draws, a big story unfolds for me. And there are so many real-life recognitions, images you can laugh and cry with or nod along to. Please welcome Lisa Aisatoga.
How are you? Very good. It's been a great day here in Tallinn, so yeah, and sun is shining and I'm good.
Yeah, it was a bit windy before, and as I heard, this is your first time to be in Estonia. So what do you think about our country?
It's very, very nice, very beautiful, and it reminds me a lot of Norway actually here. So yeah, it's been good to be here. Yeah, I wish I had more days, but yeah.
Well, for start, I would like to ask, do you remember a specific moment in your childhood when you realized that drawing wasn't just a hobby, but your primary language for communicating with the world?
Oh, well, I remember when I was 13 that I wrote an essay at school that I wanted to be an illustrator. So it's been a dream for almost all my life to make money this way, not do anything else. But also I was always drawing, you know, my math books and on my desk at home and in the school, and it was what I do. I never did football or any other big activities. I did them sometimes, like a year or something, but I always came back to drawing. It was my home in a way. Yeah. So I just always knew that I wanted to make a living out of drawing.
But did you ever have a plan B, or were you so certain that drawing is this and nothing else it will be?
I was certain until I started art school when I was like 19. I had a teacher that didn't really believe in me, and a lot of my confidence disappeared. So then I kind of gave it up for a year and worked in a kindergarten a year. But that was very good for me, because then I read a lot of children's books for the kids, and we had art exhibitions together, and it just made me believe in myself again. And then I had 2 more years of art school, and I started to sell pictures, and then everything rolled that way.
Wonderful. How has your style evolved over the years? Do you today recognize the old Lisa or not?
Yeah, I feel like I've done many different things, but I understand that everyone knows it's me. Even if I try to do something different, they're like, oh, that's you. So I try to evolve, and I try to do different things. Right now I'm working on a book only with pencil, not colors at all. So it's very different, but I'm sure people can see it's me anyway. And of course, when I go back to the first books that I drew, I would do things very differently now. But it's been kind of a school, you know, you evolve, and it would be sad if I didn't evolve, so yeah.
But still, you haven't changed your style over the years, so that we wouldn't recognize Lisa from the first pictures.
I think in a way, I do different things and different styles, but it's always my hands. So you can recognize my hands in everything that I do. Yeah.
How much do you sketch? Are your desk full of sketch papers, or have you so certain image already when you start that
the first line is the right one?
No, it's almost never the right one. And I make a lot of drawings that never becomes anything. I rarely show them to anyone because I don't think they're very good. So it's a lot of what you say, trial and error. I try something and I throw it away, and I try something and I throw it away, and I try something and oh, there's something. Yeah. So a lot of things never see the daylight.
But if you draw pictures for someone else's book, do you share your sketches and do you discuss with the author, or you want to show only the finished works?
I would like to show only the finished works, but of course they have to say what they. If they make a story, I have to sketch and show them what people look like, and they have something to say about it. But usually they like what I do, so I show them maybe not the finished work, but I show them things that I'm happy with. I rarely show them things that I'm not happy with because that's not the way I would like to go anyway. So yeah, but I share a lot with the people I work with.
Your illustrations are known for their emotional depth. How do you capture that specific feeling or mood before you start drawing?
Yeah. It's so hard to answer because I don't really know. Sometimes I just see that there's something here. It's a feeling, but I don't really know why I can do it sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, you never get to see it, you know. so if I knew exactly how to do it every time, it would be easy. But it's always. Sometimes I can't do it, and I get really sad when I can't do it. So I don't really know when I do it why it works.
Just comes
Yeah.
out of you.
Yeah.
Are your characters based on real people sometimes, or not?
Sometimes I see someone on TV or on the bus, or I see a funny nose or a twinkle in someone's eyes. I'm sure I just keep it in my head and use it. But it's not always. I don't always know where that nose comes from. I don't always remember that man on the bus, but it's in there somewhere, you know.
Yeah, but these extra large noses and wide eyes are something that are really you. Do they come also inside from you, or is it something that you always have done?
Both, I think. I like looking at people's faces. I like looking at how they carry themselves, their body language, how people stand when they're insecure, if the smile is fake. I think it's very interesting. So I always like, I think I look at people sometimes and just, remember it.
Tell us a little about your techniques or process. Do you combine watercolors, pastels? Do you use digital? What is the process of drawing your picture?
It's many different things. In this one, All the Colors Arrived, the book that I made with pictures from 10 years back or more. I also work on canvas sometimes with ink and watercolors. But I worked in Norwegian's second biggest newspaper for 11 years, and then they wanted everything just delivered digitally. So I started work more digitally, and I work in many layers. So it's like 200-300 layers sometimes in like a collage technique. And then I work with watercolors and I take a picture of it and I put it on top and on top and on top and on top. Yeah, so it's many different techniques.
So you start with pencil and paper, then between digital, then you watercolor, and you finish it digitally.
Yeah, mostly.
Oh, exciting. What about colors? Colors play a huge role in your work. How much time you have to spend to choose this palette for a certain book or a picture, or is it also something that just bursts out of you?
It's trying, and I try many different colors often. And this book, right at the red one, I had it in blue actually. I didn't want it red. No. So, but the publishing wanted to be a Christmas book, and they were like, it needs to be red. So I try many different colors, and just sometimes it fits, and sometimes the author or the publisher wants something, but mostly it's my choice. It's just try, look at it, see how it makes me feel. Yeah.
Your pictures are full of tiny details. Do you plan them already when you sketch the picture, or they just keep coming along with the picture?
It depends, but often it comes after a while with all the small details. And I remember when I read children's books when I was a child, I loved pictures with a lot of details, and that I could see something different every time I looked in the book. And I wanted some of that in most of my books also. Like if you read it again, you can see something different, a small detail that you didn't see the last time. But mostly when I work on it, like I put it away, work on it, put it away, work on it, and I just add more and add more. I'm a maximalist, you know. Yeah.
Many artists talk about the flow state. For you, is drawing a meditative moment of peace, or can it sometimes be an emotionally exhausting struggle?
Yeah, both. It's really, I'm very lucky that I am often in a flow state a lot of my working life, yeah. But when I can't, sometimes I have an image in my head, and I just can't get it out. It's very frustrating, and makes me really angry, and it's very hard work. And then I'm like, I have to look at Facebook or do something different, and can't really work. It's a very bad day for me. That happens a lot. But when I feel like I'm in a good place and I'm able to get the image from my head out in my hands and onto the pencil, it's great. And I love being there. And when I have the idea and I'm just doing the work, I can listen to books and listen to podcasts and just forget everything else in the world. It's very good, yeah. It's a great place to be, and I feel like I'm coming home when I'm there, yeah.
But when you hit your creative block, what is your way out?
Sometimes I struggle for hours, and then I just put it away for a while. And I often work on different pictures at the same time, so I put it away and work on something else. And then I can take it a couple of days later, try again. I have some pictures that I had put away for, if it's not for a book, just for myself, I can put it away for 2 years. And I take it back and see, okay, there is something there, and I can try to finish it. So sometimes just put it away. And sometimes you can look at other illustrators or see how they do it with colors and how they do things, but it's also a bit difficult because sometimes they just take my, it makes me feel like I can't do anything because there are so many great illustrators out there. So yeah, you can look at it but not too close. Look at other people's work. Yeah.
But how do you know when an illustration is finished? Do you find it hard to say it's done and stop?
Yeah, it's very difficult actually. And sometimes I overwork things, I know. And I have to go back because no, I have to take this away because it's too much. Because like I said, I'm maximalist. I love to just put on more and more and more. And sometimes it's too much. I lose something. And sometimes it's too polished. Maybe I need to go back. So that's difficult. But also, when I worked in the newspaper, you just have to deliver something. You don't have time. And it was difficult to deliver something that I'm not happy with. But sometimes you just have to do it. And I can see some books that I've made, I'm like, oh, this was this needed more time on this one, or this is overworked. But yeah, it's just a part of the job actually to deliver.
What is the average time to finish one overpage picture?
It's very difficult to say because I always work on many things at the same time. And like I said, I pushed away and take it back and pushed away, but I don't know, a couple of days. It's difficult to say. And some of them, I have an idea and I just work on that idea and I can see, no, this is not the right way. I try again and I try again. And other pictures just sit on one day, so it's very different.
Your books or your illustrations, or these books and illustrations, often deal with big themes like aging, loneliness, but also love. What has illustrating these topics taught you about life itself?
Oh wow, that's a difficult question. I don't know if I can answer that. I don't know really. No, I don't know if I can answer that.
Well, if you think about, for example, about these Maja Lunde's books, they, everyone talk about very important things.
Yeah,
Maybe something there.
Yeah, it was very when this book is the Snow Sister. I don't know what it's called in Estonia. What does that mean?
Snow Sister.
Snow Sister. Okay. It's just a very different word. We get so much feedback from people that have actually lost a child. It was very emotional for me actually, and I didn't really know how to answer people because I've never experienced that, and they felt like some of the pictures were very full of love and full of that I visualized in a good way. It was a lot to take. You know, I don't really know how to answer people because this is my job, and I'm not always good with words to answer people that has lost a child. I mean, it's a big emotional thing. I mean, most of my works, it's a lot of feelings, but I'm not a psychologist, you know, so I don't know how to answer people that feel a lot when they see my pictures. And people see different things in my pictures also. If you've experienced loss or experienced something difficult in your life, you can see something different than what I thought about when I made the picture. Because people put their lives into my pictures, you know. And I like that actually.
What is the most beautiful compliment you have get, or do you have some story connected with the feedback? Something similar you already shared?
Yeah, I have a picture in this book I can show. The last picture in the book. This one is a bit difficult to see maybe, but I made it for the newspaper because it was it was a text that I illustrated about a prominent figure in Norway that was a bad grandparent. He was a bad grandfather because he never saw his grandchildren. So I painted him the way that he wanted to be, that he wasn't. And this picture, many people have bought this picture for their grandparents. And one man came to me and said that he really wanted that picture, but his daughter couldn't get pregnant, so he thought it was too difficult to put it on the wall. And then a couple of years later, he told me that she finally got pregnant, and he put it on the wall, and he cried, and it was really beautiful. Yeah, so it's nice to know that it could mean something for someone.
If you could send a message to 10-year-old Lisa, what you would tell her?
Oh, that's difficult. I was a very happy child. I had a lot of confidence until I was like 19. Went down the hill and then slowly came back again. But I was very happy, very confident. I had a lot of friends. I had a mother that read a lot to me. So I had a very happy childhood. But I was would just tell her to just keep on doing what you do. Be a nerd, it's okay. That's what I really did. I read books and grew a lot. So just keep going.
Well, if you opened the door about reading, I was going to ask these questions later, but were you a reader, and how much did you read, or what did you read, and are you a reader today?
Yeah. Well, when I talk to people like have my English is so bad, I'm sorry. But if I tell my story, I often start with telling my mother's story, because she grew up in a home without anyone reading to her. So she decided when she was going to have children, she wanted to read a lot to her children. And she also worked in publishing and in the bookstore. And I also worked in the bookstore. So literature and books, but it was a big part of my childhood and my life. And she read Lord of the Rings and Roald Dahl and Charles Dickens, and we had a lot of audiobooks also. People mostly did have audiobooks in the 80s when I grew up, but because she worked in publishing, we had a lot of them actually. So we had Hemingway and a lot of classics that I listened to. And I listened to them and I drew. That's what I did when I was a child, and that's what I do now. And she also read a lot to me, and when she read to me and my sister, I was drawing all the time. So I would not be an illustrator today if she hadn't read that much to us, I think, because it made me be good at drawing, and when you're good at it and people ask you to draw for them, it gave me a lot of confidence. Yeah. So it's a big part of my life, and I still read a lot of books and listen to a lot of books. Mostly listen actually, because I listen when I draw. So I have like 8 hours a day I can listen to stuff mostly.
But you as a parent, you also read out loud your children. Do you do it still or not?
Well, my daughter don't want me to read for her anymore, sadly. She's 15 now. Well, almost 15. But she reads a lot. But I read a lot to my children. Harry Potter was a big part of their childhood. They read all the Harry Potter books several times. And also the Roald Dahl and most of the things that I read when I was a child. And yeah, they're not very interested in my own books. They think they're like, oh, your books again. So I read different things to them. My son wants me to read for him sometimes, but he's also getting big now. He's 13, so I don't know if I will read anymore for them, sadly.
Are they readers?
She is a big reader. He's not that much. She reads in English, not in Norwegian. She always wants to read English books. So I tried to show her some Norwegian books, but yeah, English is the reading language for the youth, I think. I don't know why, but yeah.
But do they draw?
My daughter draws a lot. She's really good. So yeah, she's going to start. The next, like after this school, she's going to like an art school, and that's great. She's better than I was when I was 14, 15. So she's really good. My son is not that into drawing. Yeah.
She dreams to become an illustrator?
She don't want to be an illustrator. She wants to be an artist.
Yeah.
She tells me not to illustrate, artist.
Lisa, what is happiness for you? Is it finished work or moments with your family, or where does it belong for you?
I feel like I have two places where I'm really, really happy. The one is, of course, with my family, my children and my husband. When we're together and everything is good and they don't quarrel and the sun is shining. And the other happy place, of course, is when I feel like I'm making something great and beautiful and that I'm happy with. Yeah, that I'm in the flow state, you know. That's where I'm very happy.
This book, Life Illustrated, has so many stages of lives. And in the end of the book, you say thank you words for your mom and other ones who told you something about these stages that you haven't yourself experienced yet. But which stages did you enjoy drawing the most, or was it still difficult to draw the elder ones? Because these pictures have captured the moments so perfectly that. How did you do that?
Well, thank you. I actually really love drawing people, old people. I love making, you know, you can see the life in their face, you know. That's what I love. So drawing old people is one of my favorite things to do. Children and old people. So it's not, it's difficult, but it's fun also. Yeah. But the ideas for the drawings it's not always easy to come up with. But yeah, I got a lot of help with the stages in life after the stages that I'm in. Also my husband's grandmother, she's now 93, I think, something like that, yeah. So they gave me a lot of ideas, yeah.
You often use elements of nature like flowers or snow or wind to help to express the internal stage. Do you have a favorite symbol? Windy autumn, flowery spring, winter?
Yeah, I love autumn actually. It's my favorite season. But snow also, or I remember being in Oslo one time and there was this, I don't know, it was a tree in Oslo that had this, it was it was like small white things, almost like snow, but it was spring in all of Oslo. It was so beautiful. So I use that sometimes, just, I don't know, to make, it's a feeling, I don't know how to say it. But I also like snow, yeah. But I don't know if I have one favorite, it just depends on the feeling that I want to show.
You have illustrated both your own written books and others. What is the main difference illustrating your own story and someone else's?
Well, of course you have to please the writer. The writer has their ideas and you want to visualize the things that they have in their head also. And sometimes you have to compromise. But mostly I can show them ideas that they haven't really thought about and they like them more than what they thought, so that's good. And I always, but when I work a lot with other people, I miss just working by myself. But when I work by myself a year, I miss working with other people. So I like both, yeah, because they always teach me something, or I learn something new about myself working with other people.
But if you write your own story, does the pictures come along with the story, or you at first write and then start thinking about the pictures?
I think all my old books have started with a picture. Yeah, and then I write a story around the picture, and the other pictures come with it. So it always starts with the visuals for me. Mostly an illustrator and second the writer.
Kas publikul on küsimusi? Uurin vahele, mida ma ei ole veel küsinud.
Minul on tegelikult Rahva Raamatuga küsimus. Hello, you have also a coloring book.
Coloring book.
Yeah.
And if there is a chance, we can buy it in Estonia, Rahva Raamat.
What did you say? If there is a chance, you can buy.
There was a question for the publishing house. Will it be possible to buy a coloring book soon?
Very soon.
Thank you very much.
Then I will make a quick final, letting you choose one or another.
Okay.
Is it coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Early morning silence or late night inspiration?
Early morning silence.
City bus or peaceful nature?
Citizens.
Really? A hike in the mountain or walk on the beach?
Hike in the mountain.
Do you listen to music, audiobooks, or silence while you're walking?
Audiobooks.
Yeah, audiobooks. Fingers in the soil or clean hands?
Fingers in the soil.
Your favorite color today?
Today, blue.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Which is harder, starting a new piece or finishing an old one?
Oh, finishing an old one.
And one word to describe how you are feeling right now.
Happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nüüd on siis võimalik autogramme küsida, pilte teha, Liisal avati näitus Norra saatkonnas ja see näitus läheb ka ringlema ja aasta lõpus avatakse ka Eesti Lastekirjanduse Keskuses tema isikunäitus, nii et saab olema aasta koos Liisa piltidega. I told that there will be a year with your pictures in Estonia, that the exhibition will travel, and in the end of the year we will open exhibition in our center. So again, once more, thank you.
Thank you so much.